welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with me, Martyn Ashton, and look who I've got with me. It's Rich Payne. Rich, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How the devil are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Been getting my bike dusted down, ready for a new season of riding. You know, I've been avoiding the bad weather in the UK, so I've been getting it dusted down. Yeah, we have. It's been mad, hasn't it? In the UK, we've had absolutely scorching hot days, snow, hail, rain, freezing wind from the north. We've had it all. It's been bonkers, hasn't it? It's been crazy. It's been crazy. Absolutely crazy. I've been in preparation getting my bike ready, but I was thinking, I can't wait to start riding. It's going to be amazing. And then I go on your social media and look at what you're doing. Oh my God. And I'm like, why am I even bothering? Tell us about your current challenge and how this is going to ignite all of our inspirations to ride.
If it does, I'd be stoked if it does. So I'm doing a 30 for 30. The challenge is to ride 30 kilometres in one hit every single day for all 30 days of April.
What, like 30? Is this like road rides or what?
No, there'll be some road riding in it. I'm going to try and do it mostly as off-road as I can, but I've got to ride to the woods sometimes, and if I'm doing it in and around work, obviously. So if we're not, if we're filming a lot in the day, I've got to go do it in the evening and stuff like that. So it's as long as I do 30k in one hit, I'll try and do it as most off-road as I can. I know.
Right, this fills me with questions. Okay, first off, why? Second, how? and thirdly, well, then there's the myriad of questions of how could we, as normal mountain bikers, try and take on something like that? Maybe not that. Maybe something less strenuous. But let's start with the why first. Why, Rich? Why?
Because I'm a sucker for a challenge, Mark. And this is definitely a challenge. And I've done like lots of rides, big rides, epic rides, long rides, but I've never done anything over a really long period of time. Yeah. So this one is like a brand new challenge to me because it's 30k. I would say 30k for me is not the biggest distance. I'm not so worried about the distance, but it's, it takes a good couple hours and you've got to fit that in and around the day. So the mental side of it's going to be really challenging. So yeah, that's the why.
Well, it didn't really tell me why. That just explained it again.
Because I want to.
I mean, the thing is, it is going to be very grueling because 30k is a big ride on a mountain bike off-road. Yeah. That's not playing. So a lot of you will be out there thinking, hang on a minute, I couldn't even do that. Well, that would be a serious day. Don't feel bad because Rich has got some legs on him. But even for you, man, this is going to be really grueling. Day after day, it's going to wear you down. It's going to get harder and harder. And there's going to be this bit in the middle where you just think, I can't go on. And you're going to hope for some kind of inspiration, but it won't be there. It's going to be so difficult. Oh, my God. Right, now we've done the why. How, Rich? How? How are you going to do it?
Sweet pep talk, mate. Thanks. How? I've broken it down in my brain. I've broken it down into chunks, so week by week. So rather than thinking, oh gosh, I'm only on day 7 of 30, and like, I've got another 23 more days to go. I'm going to think, right, I've done a week already. I'm a quarter of the way there, and then I'll focus on the next week in hand.
Yeah, break it up into little chunks, manageable chunks. Now that's a great bit of advice because I was going to say little and often. This is a lot.
Yeah,
this is a lot. But when you break things up into chunks, like if you're going out on a great big ride, maybe like factor in like the roadies do, factor in a coffee stop or a cake stop at your favourite place because it breaks that big ride into 2 and it's manageable chunks. I guess that's what you've got to do, but with bigger spaces of time, which is going to make it hard. I guess you've put quite a lot of thought into like chamois technology and seat technology for this particular challenge because that is going to be tough.
There's a lot of sitting down, so that bottom's going to take it's going to be a little bit sore. I'll admit it's going to get sore by the end. It's a lot of sitting down. So making sure that you're really comfortable in the saddle and shorts. is key. So don't go halfway through. If you're planning like your own big challenge, don't go 2 days before, I'll buy a new saddle because this one looks really comfy. And then actually you're like, oh my God, it's like riding on a razor blade or something. Not a good idea. Stick with what you know works.
That is a brilliant bit of advice. Yeah, don't go kitting yourself out just before that ride. That's a bit like runners, isn't it? Buying a new pair of shoes and doing the London Marathon. Bad move. Yeah. Bad move.
Stick with tried and tested. And
absolutely.
And then lastly, I'm sort of planning my rides a bit. So I'm already thinking like a few days in advance always. And I'm planning like where I'm going to try and do them so that I know, right, I've got this much time roughly today. This route takes me roughly this time, so I'll go and hammer that route. Or if I've got a bit longer, I'm like, oh, well, I've got a more fun route that way, so I'll go and do a different route sort of thing. And I try and mix the routes up so I don't get bored doing the same thing all the time as well.
Yeah, that's a great way to sort of get yourself looking forward to what's coming up as well, because if it feels different, it's going to feel exciting. And now, I guess the one thing I want to get out there today is that what Rich is going to need is your support, okay? So make sure you hit him up on social media. You can do it through the GMBN social media, over on Instagram, or over in the comments and all the videos, but also over on Rich's own social media. Yeah. Get involved, give him some props, keep him going. This guy's going to need some serious pepping up, right? Because this is going to be hell, okay? It's going to be absolute hell. So we've got to make him get through it.
And you know what, if you want to see like the route, so you can go ahead over to the GMBN Komoot account as well, and you can actually follow each day my rides are uploaded. So you can see how far I go every day. So there ain't no escaping, Mark. I can't hide. Those routes are uploaded. So, yeah, head over to there if you want to check them out too.
There's no way around this. And I guess, lastly, let's think about what are you challenging yourself to do out there? Let's use Rich's riding challenge as inspiration of what we can do ourselves to try something different, because this is a big feat, but it's definitely got him fired up, so maybe it'll do the same for you. You don't have to do 30 kilometres every day for 30 days, but let us know what you are going to do. Get down in the comments down there below. Tell us what you're doing, and think about that person reading that challenge in the comments and thinking, you know what? I could do that too. So be inspired and inspire in the comments down below. Rich, I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to see how this one pans out. And I cannot wait to see the video about 45 minutes through where you absolutely hit the wall. Rich, I'm rooting for you.
Absolutely hit the wall.
Let's go to the news. Let's go to the news.
What's up everyone? Some big stories this week, so I'm going to jump right in with the brand new Trek session. Developed with input by Trek athletes behind closed doors since 2019, there are a few significant changes, first of which being that high pivot idler pulley. Yes, they're fashionable right now, but this isn't the first time we've seen them on a Trek bike. The 2003 diesel and the session itself had a high pivot in 2006, but bikes have come a long way since then, so why the change? Well, a high pivot creates a rearward axle path, allowing the wheel to move backwards as it strikes obstacles, decreasing that feeling of hitting something and slowing down, and increasing the amount of traction with the surface. The idler pulley that comes hand in hand with a high pivot also reduces pedal kickback, meaning that your suspension can work better as it's under less restrictive force from your chain. The result is a bike that carries speed better on the descents, with great feeling suspension and more traction, so it's really no wonder we're seeing a few brands adopt this method for downhill and enduro bikes. The new session is sized by Reach, and it features a flip chip on the suspension mount, allowing you to tailor the progression without having to delve into the workings of the shock. You've also got the opportunity to run 3 wheel sizes on the one frame, 27.5, mullet and 29. It's also alloy only, and is available as a frame or in a GX or an X01 build. We've had a few unreal rounds of the Internazionale d'Italia series. Last week at the Capilleveri Legend Cup, Enrique Avancini took the win in the men's race, just 2 seconds up on Nino Schurter and Maxime Marot, who finished 2nd and 3rd respectively in a photo finish. He'll definitely keep ramping things up towards the return of a World Cup to his home nation of Brazil next year. Also performing was Kate Courtney, who took victory in the women's race by 25 seconds. It's worth noting that the first round for 2021, Albstadt, was where Kate won her first World Cup race in 2019. She did this by a fair margin, so getting a win under her belt ahead of getting tyres on the ground in Germany will be a huge boost for her. The Red Bull Formation Women's Freeride event will be returning to the Utah desert in late May this year. 8 of the world's best freeride athletes, including Casey Brown, Vero Sandler, Hannah Bergerman, and Vinnie Armstrong, will be digging their lines in that hallowed red ground before hucking off cliffs, slashing turns, throwing tricks, and inspiring the next generation of freeriders. Keep an eye out on Red Bull for coverage from May 24th. Lou Buchanan won't be too hard to spot at the EWS this year. He's the first rider to be competing in Muc-Off's new technical clothing range, and you can keep an eye out for the hot pink Muc-Off helmet too. He'll of course be using their cleaning and tubeless products, but it's exciting to see Muc-Off's clothing range continue to develop too. Right, let's catch up with Toff for the sickest thing of the week.
Cheers, Tom. Hey, everybody. Right, so this week's sickest thing is from a local shop crew called Friction Cycles over in Bristol. Actually really close to the GMBN HQ. Yeah, it's just a little sick edit I just saw on Instagram. Bunch of local rippers. I just thought it was super rad. It features some awesome riding from people like Boosted Bryn, Resoin, Sam Fowler, Katie Perkin, Fleur. Just thought it was good to see some good quality local riding. Shows that everyone's having fun, summer's on its way. Just good to see some party laps locally, isn't it? Now there's some great riding from everyone involved, but there was a couple of standout clips that I just thought was so sick. I really like the 1 foot can from Resoin. So sick. You don't really see them that often on downhill bikes, do you? And this one was just landed so good. Also, it's pretty sick to see that Sam Fowler line where he's like ripped past that tree. I thought that was cool. Also, check out this bonus clip we got of Fleur hitting the step down. Super cool to see. Anyway, so that's my sickest thing this week. It's time to go back to the shed.
Whoa, that was pretty sick. Cheers, Toff. And Bauer, you nailed the news as always. Nice one, guys. But Mark, what have we got coming up this week?
We've got some awesome stuff to come. We've got hacks and bodges. We've got a little bit of an update from Rick on EWS. We've also got the bike vault, of course, and everything that we've got coming up on the channel. That's all coming up in a moment. Hacks and bodges time, and starting this one with from how would you say it? Sean, who made
Sean,
one of these. You know, like the Pro Pilot thing where you like put some bars on this little block and then you put your... I guess what you do, follow a POV video and you kind of like roll the bars around as if you're doing the POV riding on the video on your phone. Does that make sense?
I would like to see him do a backflip.
And you're doing all this in kind of like a plank press-up position, so it's pretty strenuous. Ouch. I've got some questions about it though, Rich, right? Because I like it. It's a really good version using just a big old chunk of wood to make one of these quite expensive Pro Pilot things that are good, you know, look like a good idea. But it does have me questioning what this trains in terms of your physicality for actual mountain biking. Because I'm not sure that is what riding a bike feels like. All your body weight from your shoulders on your handlebars. I mean, do you know what I mean? I'm not sure what to think about it.
I do know what you mean, but clear your mind, Martyn.
Okay.
Imagine you're 15 minutes into an EWS stage.
Yes.
And you are doomed. You're gassed. You are so tired. Yeah. Every compression that you hit towards another 5 minutes of that 20-minute stage is just essentially anything you can do to hold your body up. That upper body strength has got to be insanely good, because that's when you start making mistakes. So I guess this kind of helps with that. Yeah.
But I guess that's a problem for sort of narrow backs like you. But when you're a tank like me, it's not really an issue. So I guess I probably have to put myself in your mind, which is hard to do. But I tell you what was scary, how quickly I was able to clear my mind when you asked me to. That was frightening. No, I get you. It definitely does seem like that would be a good use, actually, sort of trying to get that upper body strength in for those big days out. Maybe I just haven't done enough big days out, Rich. That's what it is. Nice one. Thank you, Sean. That's got us going. You're in the running.
What have we got next?
You're in the running for a GMBN race top right here. This one, I love this. This is brilliant. This is grim. This is grim. Look at it. It works though, doesn't it? There's no getting around it, right? Stefan has nailed this. It looks awful, right? But you can tell that works. That works.
It's hideous.
I love how it just looks like it's perfect for one finger breaking. It's like hook your finger in, and it's amazing. That is amazing, isn't it? I love it.
Oh my God. Do you
I love
remember
it.
the spoon one we had on as well? I mean, you guys out there are geniuses.
It's a hack. It looks like a bodge, but it's actually a hack. That's what that is. You're in the running and you could be a winner. What about this?
God.
What about this, Rich? This one's going to tickle you as well. Look at this from
Okay.
Bernard.
Whoa.
You know what I think about that, right? There's one thing that springs to mind as soon as I look at that, and I have instant enjoyment. Bar spins.
Yes, because we all do. Do you do that? You're like, oh,
Yeah. Double.
oh
double.
yes, oh triple.
That is
he's
the
quadded
best.
it.
It's not a pump. That is a bar spin trainer. That's what that is.
And then
I
you're
love
like,
it.
oh crap, my tyres are at 60 psi because I kept pumping.
I love it. I could definitely play with that much longer than I should. It's going to be really hard to pick a winner this week, Rich. That is really difficult. I mean,
Do you have one?
I'm finding it really hard to pick any because I think actually I'm quite intrigued by Sean's Pro Pilot cheap version now. Because what you said really sort of brought it home, actually. That's actually quite a cool way to train. Quite good fun too. And it's basically a lump of wood. So it's hitting all the boxes for me because I like the simplicity of it. The Allen key front brake's just amazing. From Stefan. It's fantastic.
Genius.
It's so gross. It's hideous.
And it looks like if you crash, you're going to do more damage.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're going to go to hospital with that sticking out of your hand, for sure. And then Bernard's bar spin machine, pump, I think that might be my winner, you know. I think that might be my winner. Yeah,
all right, should we call it?
Bernard, well done. You are this week's winner. You've got yourself a GMBN race top. I like it just because it's still a pump, but it's pump 2.0. You know, it's just better. It was a pump, but now it's really good. So well done. That's a very good one. If you've got a hack or a bodge you'd like to send in to us, make sure you head over to the GMBN uploader. We love seeing your stuff, and some of the stuff you send in is amazing. We get some amazing bike caves, some really cool looking spots, and I really love to see the things like we've seen this week that are just kind of either very random and slightly funny, or actually, once you delve into them, a very simple but very effective thing to try that we can all do. So if you've got any of that, send it in to us. We love to see it. Right, I tell you what, Rich, before we go on with the show, I can't go any further without mentioning my hoodie, which is, I think I love this hoodie. Right?
I thought you looked a bit fancy.
This is the Core range. It's my favourite one at the moment, right? But if you head over to the GMBN store at the moment, you can get this in a bundle with its matching T-shirt, like a core bundle, and you get 10% off. So it's all happening over on the GMBN shop at the moment. So please head over there, support us with our merch, and you get 10% off. So can't be bad. Can't be bad. It's only good. What do you think? Good idea?
Yeah.
Good idea. Yeah. Right. I tell you what, it's time to head over to Rick McLaughlin for some EWS updates. Rick, what you got for us?
Hello Dirt Shed, how are you all? A very warm hello from the Enduro World Series and the EWS. A bit of mixed emotions this week whenever we are waving goodbye, or au revoir I should say, to one of the best, perhaps the best to ever do it. Cécile Ravenel has confirmed what we've all long suspected, that she will be retiring from international racing this week. I mean, as I say, mixed emotions, because she's just released a new video called New Beginnings, and it starts with some never before seen footage of that horrible crash that she suffered in training back at the start of the 2019 season, which left her with multiple back injuries. And it ends on a really positive note. And I've spoken to her husband, the Commensal team manager, Cedric, and he said that retirement, it sort of feels like the wrong word, because her influence is still set to be really, really strong over the sport of enduro. She's focusing her time now on bringing up those young riders that Commensal have become synonymous with bringing through. Big year for them too. Antoine Vidal moving up into pro men alongside Alex Rudo. So, I mean, given that we're already tipping Vidal to be one of the very best, having Cécile Ravenel in his corner full time to help him, guide him on the way. It should be absolutely incredible. Now, Cecile's numbers, in case you're new to the Enduro World Series, are scarcely believable. We've talked about her on this show before with her winning streak of 14 wins over 2 seasons undefeated. That was, unbelievable. First race win back in 2014. She holds the outright wins record. She has won so much that it actually really skews the numbers for the most successful EWS race bikes ever, heavily in the favour of that Commencal meta. So, although we are sad to get confirmation that we won't see her back competing between the tapes again, we are excited to catch up with Cecile and everyone else once we get racing again in June. More from me next week.
Caption contest, Mark. Last week's picture, well, look at it. It's this rather special picture of me.
Oh, Rich, I love that picture. I've seen a few versions of this picture, and this is my particular favourite. You're also wearing my absolute, maybe all-time favourite GMBN race top right there.
It's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the captions. Daryl Stevens says, 12 months of lockdown, I've missed you, dirt. I will never, ever leave you again. So true. So true.
Yeah, that's good. That is, when you look at the picture and say that is banging. Tobias Pockle says, when Rich says, I'm going out 30 for 30, he really means it. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like that.
Bill Clay, need a nap on the trail? Try. Need a nap on the trail? Try the all-new butt crack bike stand.
I'm now imagining lots of riches just laid down on face down at bike centres and people just parking up. It's not a good vision. It's not a good vision, and not a good part-time job. I can tell you. That's got no upside to it. That one, no upside at all. Who's winning this week, Rich?
Oh, Bill Clay, you got it, mate. Well done.
Yeah. Bill Clay, well done. You've won
all
yourself.
Very good ones, but Bill.
Yeah, that was a good one. You've won yourself a GMBN mug. Well done. Here's this week's caption contest photo. Another from the GMBN life.
Wow.
Let us know your caption contest entry in the comments down below. #caption contest. You could be winning yourself a GMBN mug next week. As soon as that, it's happened for Bill this week. It could be you. So get involved in the comments down below. Now, we've got an amazing week coming up on GMBN this week. So here's some things to look out for.
Oh my goodness me.
Yeah. Once you've planned that route, then you can integrate it onto great things such as cycle computers like this one here, and they can actually show you heads up where you're going. If you don't have a cycle computer, you can also still use a map, go old school, why not, or even just use it on your phone as well.
Bike Vault time, my absolute favourite time of the week. Remember, there is a super nice t-shirt going out to Rich's favourite bike in the Bike Vault this week. And we're going to start with, look at this, Rocky Mountain from David.
Nice. Kicking it off old school.
Yeah, that is an old school. I like that actually. It's sort of quite handsome, isn't it? Handsome.
I like the paint job, and do you know what I like? This might split opinion. The old school roller style chain device. Do you remember when they were all the old MRPs? Yeah. The orange rollers and stuff, but...
You couldn't have a bike without those. Next up, we've got Jeremy's...
Hang on, that's nice.
Oh yeah, nice. It's nice.
Sorry.
Sorry to rush you on from that one, but it was nice. Next up, we've got Jeremy's Rocky Mountain in Michigan. A bit of a fat bike. What are you saying on that one, Rich? Like it?
I do like it, but you know, I have a bit of a pet hate of bike pictures of non-drive side. So it's nice. But you don't quite get the super nice on that, I'm afraid.
Nice. Right, this one might tickle your fancy then. Frank's Dartmoor Primal Hardtail. We discovered last week they are not pointless. And they definitely are not pointless. And this is a very good looking one. What are you giving that, Rich?
You guessed it, that's a super nice. Yeah, very nice.
I've got a bit of an issue with the tan wall on the back and a normal tire on the front. That's weird.
You're just a tan wall hater.
Oh, Anna, just ring the bell, Rich. Ring the bell for Anna. Look at that. Marin Millwoods, 1993. I remember looking at a brochure of that bike. Well, all of the Marin range at that particular time. Oh man, I wanted one so bad.
Look at the length of the stem on it.
Oh, it's fantastic. Don't start dissing that bike, man. That's super nice. That is a super nice.
Okay.
Right, next up we've got Brett's. Oh my God.
Look at the angles.
Look at the seat.
Just all the angles and everything. The forks point vertical.
It's just weird. Brett, I don't know how you ride it. You're a talented man for being able to do it. It's a 2006 GTI drive, and it all looks wrong. I've got to be honest, it all looks wrong.
It does look a bit mental, but nice. Nice one, Brett.
Nice.
You keep shredding that in Hawaii.
Yeah, you can't say, ring the bell, Rich, ring the bells. Ronnie's Cannondale, FSI 4 carbon with a lefty on it. Come on, ring the bell, Rich. It's a Cannondale. Come on, man. Go ring the bell. Come on.
You're not biased at all, are you?
I'm very biased.
Massively biased. But it is a nice XC bike, to be fair.
It does mean that almost every Cannondale Super Nice doesn't mean anything. So, it's one of those things, really. It's good and it's bad. And lastly, in the bike vault this week, we've got Marcus's Status S4. Love it. But I tell you what, is that just the drivetrain just makes it look spanking? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the mismatched wheels throw me a bit, Marcus.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't even noticed that. That has done my face.
You were drawn in like a magpie to the gold, you see, that's why.
Yeah, I am a bit of a one for gold. It's nice. Yeah, we can't give a super nice to a bike with two different wheels. That would be mental.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Bang! We are out of the bike vault this week. Some great bikes.
Yes.
Marcus finished it off with a nice. Can you do better? Send us your bike into the bike vault. It could be starring right here, and we'd love to see it on next week's Dirt Shed Show. So remember, that's what the uploader's for. You guys getting involved. So please do.
Yep.
We've seen a lot of your bikes. Let's see some of your riding. It's time for Fail or Send. Yes!
Oh my goodness me. It never disappoints.
Never, ever disappoints. It's slightly unnerving, have to be said. Rich, thanks for joining us on the Dirt Shed Show this week. Mate, I wish you so much luck with your 30 in 30. I really, really hope it goes well. Even when you hit that wall, it's going to happen. But I wish all the support from the crew out there. So
cheers,
good
buddy.
luck with that.
And thank you everyone out there as well for the support. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. No worries. And thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you on the Dirt Shed show next week. We'll give you a bit of an update of how Rich is doing. He'll probably be too tired to be on the show himself. But make sure you love, like and share on your social platforms, and hit the like, and make sure you subscribe to GMBN. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.
That's goodbye from him.
The old two Ronnies one never fails, does it? It's
It
great.
does. Love it. Flipping love the old Ronnies.